this. Okay. Welcome, everybody. We are going to be going over our KW technology today. Today is Tech 101. And the difference between Tech 101 and 102 is in 101, I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know to be able to submit your first transactions into Command for compliance and to be able to get paid. In Tech 102, I just do a brief overview of everything. So today we're going to get a brief overview of a good amount of our technology, plus the how-to for uploading your paperwork. And then Tech 102 on the 21st is just going to be that brief overview. So today we're a little more in depth. My name is Blake. I'm your Market Center Tech Trainer. I'm here to help you with any type of technology questions. I'm also available for any coaching for technology needs. Please let me know and we can go ahead and set up an appointment. To be able to set up one-on-one appointments, though, you want to attend this class or the 102. And then if it's a specific subject that's coming up within the month, so let's say if you want to meet about leads using Facebook, I'm going to ask you to go to that class first on the 19th before we meet for that, just to make sure that everything works out nicely. So we're going to get started. I'm going to share my screen and we will get started with the orientation. I'm going to hide my video panel here. All right. So the first thing I want to start off with is actually youtube.com. And inside of YouTube, we have a YouTube channel. So if you search up in the search box for Keller Williams Realty Select, you're going to find the channel and it'll have this picture of palm trees in the background, the red KW, and then you can't really read the Realty Select, but this is our icon right here. When you log in here, I want you to click that subscribe button so you can be notified whenever a new video goes up onto our channel. Right now, we actually have our most recent tech orientation that happened a week ago. And then we also have some bold videos, but if I click on the video list, we'll see that we have a bunch of training videos in here that you're more than welcome to watch and learn from. So that's our YouTube channel. Our second place that we're going to be in is scottleroymarketing.com. So Scott Leroy Marketing is a tech training area, and they can also help agents they can do things for agents such as uploading contacts into databases, command-based questions or anything like that. I actually am only here Tuesdays and Thursdays, virtual Friday. So if you have a question that you might not know an answer to, or you can't find an answer at KW.com, you can contact Scott Leroy and they can help you with those. So if I scroll down through here, you'll see that they offer different types of services and help. If I click on agent resources and then training, it's going to ask me for the Market Center number or password. And our office number is 373. And then I'll click login. And it's going to come down here to show you what kind of training classes there were. These are also recorded. They do live trainings as well. But anything you might have questions on that goes over it, they have video on it. If I click over agent resources, we'll see that we have different types of resources. First one is questionnaire. Most likely you're going to be coming to the command questionnaire. These are a lot of onboarding questionnaires here. The training live webinars, it's going to give us a live webinar schedule. It's going to take it directly to Zoom. Back. So it is not a schedule anymore. Training, it's going to give us the training calendar. This is the schedule for their live classes. We'll see that today at 1 p.m., they have a What's New with Command and Scott Leroy Marketing. That's kind of cool. And then it goes over an overview of classes, and it gives a description on what those classes are about. Also inside of training, they have Scott Leroy challenges for 30-day challenge, Keller Cloud cheat sheets, digital marketing tips, exporting contacts, and Tech 101. These are the recorded training classes broken down in categories. Support that you may need help from, so you can email support from here. And then templates, you can come into templates here, and you can get over 1,000 complimentary templates to use for your business. And it'll teach you how to make your email signature in here. And then down here are all the templates. So here's email signatures if you want to put in an email signature. These other services here are available for an additional fee. So real estate marketing, marketing services, you can pay Scott Leroy to do those for you. So that is the Scott Leroy website. Our next piece of, we're moving pretty fast here. We've already been through 2 separate things. We had our first one was our YouTube channel. Second is Scott Leroy Marketing. This is our third, Keller Mortgage. So Keller Mortgage is a tool that was created by Keller Williams to keep you as an agent centered into your customer's transaction. So there are special things that Keller Mortgage gives to your customers, such as 0 lender fees, a discounted rate. You get $1,000 cash back for loans over $150,000. And I keep forgetting the fourth one. There's a fourth one. Let's log in and take a look. Because I can't remember. So there's an agent login area for Keller Mortgage. And once I log in here, it logs me into everything. It is a universal login for our Keller Cloud or Keller Technology. All right, so this is the agent area of Keller Mortgage. And I can't remember all the things that the Keller Mortgage does for the client. So I'm gonna click on this more button here, and I'll click on education. And right here, it's what is 0 plus? And that's what the 0 plus mortgage or the offers are for our clients. So I'm going to, you know what, I have to stop share and have to reshare sound. Let me reshare here, share sound. We'll watch this.
The 0 Plus loan program is the core of all KM deals, and the savings are astronomical. All typical lender fees are marked down to 0, and buyers receive $1,000 closing credit on purchases over $150,000. Plus, it includes a discounted rate without paying an extra fee for the discount. 0 Plus is great to use on home purchases and refinances.
So it's the 3, it wasn't 4. But those are pretty good key aspects within the mortgage. They have 0 lender fees, $1,000 credit at closing. Now, of course, I said there's 3. I can remember 2. We just went over what we just learned, so forgive me. I'm so sorry. I have agents that have worked with them several times. They really like working with Keller Mortgage. They're very responsive. They pick up their phones. Your lending officers are great. You can see where their loan is in the process. It will tell you when it moves into the next process so you can track those. And I'm going to show you where that is inside of deals. So it's going to say it's right now, the loan status has begun load process, TBD, and under contract, no. And it's going to show you updates as this goes through. My LO is your loan officers. You can choose the preferred loan officers if you want to add them on there. And that way you can work with specific people all the time. Reports, we'll give you reports on your production using Keller Mortgage. And then marketing is for Keller Mortgage marketing. So let's say you're having an open house. You can add this in with your marketing materials and have that as one of your lenders. I always like to have 3 lenders and 3 insurance people. I just like to have the multiples of 3. So it gives them options. And they're usually people that you've worked with at some time or another, or that they were recommended to you from within the office. So I like to always offer the in-house lenders that we have. So that is Cross Country Mortgage and Van Dyke. And then I'd also throw in Keller Mortgage to have my 3. Insurance-wise, I don't know who the insurance people are. We're going to go over the Keller Covered in just a moment because this is our insurance marketplace. Insurance-wise, it's the insurance man here. And then I would choose another one. And then I would say, go ahead and check out Keller Covered because it's an insurance marketplace. All right, so this is Keller Mortgage. Definitely go in, take a look. It's good to know what's available to you for here. You can put logos on things. We're gonna go over to, oh, go away, Keller Covered. So Keller Covered is kellercovered.com. Keller Mortgage is kellermortgage.com. Keller Covered, this is our insurance marketplace. Once again, a tool for Keller agents to use to be that center of the transaction. We don't have as much in-depth look into what's going on with these because they are individual companies that keep it to themselves. This is just a marketplace. So we don't have our own insurance company. We have several companies we work for or work with to offer those insurance quotes to them. And it's all done directly from their phone or even by a phone call.
These are links you could share with the client?
Yeah, you can share Keller Covered, you can share Keller Mortgage. Definitely give those out. Inside of Keller Mortgage, you can actually send them a referral email and it'll have a link and everything for them in there. Well, I'm just gonna hide this. So Keller Covered, I'm gonna go through here. See the little animations that they have, quotes from industry leading companies. I've heard of Nationwide, MetLife, Travelers. I haven't heard the rest of them. I haven't heard of Lemonade or Hippo, but there's 25 plus carriers. It walks you through the steps that they're going to take. And then it's only 3 steps. Simple questionnaire, compare the variety of quotes, then choose a plan to make your purchase. Our next stop is going to be mykw.kw.com. mykw.kw.com. There's only a few things we use within MyKW. So MyKW is an older form of Command. And Command is going to be our one-stop shop, which I'm going to go over last or towards the end, because there's so much content in there. I want to be able to do it justice. We're going to be looking at our training calendar here in MyKW, and where you'll be able to reserve conference rooms and things like that within the office. That's about really it for mykw.com. It used to be much more robust, but ever since Command has come out, they've taken away a lot of features within here. So it's mykw.kw.com. I can also view my reports through this as well. So if I want to view my reports, I can click on the reports button in my name box here. It's going to say that I want to have Flash. I don't need that. All I have to do is click the reports button. I can hover over associates, and maybe I want to see my multi-year trends report. And it's going to generate my sales report for multi-years trends. And as business owners, we want to be able to track our numbers. And this is where we'll be able to get some of our numbers. So here's the multi-years trends for me. I am not a producing agent, so I have a very empty report. Come on, keep going. But it's going to break it down for you guys So by GCI, closed units, closed sales volume. It's going to go back to all the way 2018, which is the year I joined. And I do have a 1 point for this year because I did a referral. So if you were doing referrals, you also get that counted in your numbers. This is not right. I did not make $15,000. What was that?
What tab did you go on there to get that?
So I went to reports right here.
I was looking at the top. Okay. Thank you.
And then I clicked on the reports tab here. Yeah. So we go through, we can see all of our numbers, and we're using those to make sure we can have our business grow and where our business currently is. There's other types of reports as well. I'm not quite sure which the agents don't have because I'm part of leadership. I see more reports than agents will. But let's see, another one that I know we'll have, KWRS. So if you had any KWRS donations, you can look up that report. Keller Williams, KWRI, cumulative GCI, you can check that out. Those will be in there. But yeah, don't be afraid to go into the reports tab and see what's available. Once we're out of reports, I'm back onto mykw.kw.com. I'm going to scroll down. We're going to see a couple different things here. Mega Agent Camp. Mega Agent Camp is coming up in August. I highly recommend going. You don't have to be a mega agent to go to Mega Agent Camp. This is an event that if you want to become a mega agent, you should go to. I'm going to come all the way to the bottom though, and there's a box called Quick Links. And right here is where the MC373 intranet, and then we have white pages. White pages are exactly as it sounds like. It's like a phone book for KW agents. So if I click on that, I can search for any KW agent's information by going to associate information, and then typing in their first and last name and pulling them up. If you search for yourself, like I will do, it's going to allow me to edit my information. So I can change my username, my first and last name, my designation, my address. This is my office address. Mobile, anything in here that I can change, I can change. Or that'll allow me to change, it'll be an open box. Then it has your roles within the market center right here. But you can look up any KW agent. Back into mykw.kw.com homepage and the quick links, there's also your KW Gmail login. So your @KW email is actually a Gmail. And you're going to log into it by going to gmail.com, and you're going to type in whatever your email address is, then @kw.com. So mine is blakewhitbold@kw.com. I type that in fully, not just Blake Whitbold, because otherwise it'll think it's a Gmail. So you have to add that @kw.com, and you'll put in your password, and it'll work just like a regular Gmail will. The P&G manual, so the policies and guidelines manual is in here. If I click on that, it's going to take us to the policy and guidelines manual button. If I click on that, it's going to be the full 116-page policy and guidelines. Oh no, I just closed it out. We're going to have memberships. I'm going to talk about memberships actually in KW Connect, so we're not going to worry about that. I'm going to click on the MC373 intranet. It's asking me to verify my settings. Say yes, settings. The first thing we're going to see in here is the blend. And the blend is an area where you can send out announcements to the whole office. And to do that, you'll click add a post. It's going to ask you if you want to do an associate post or community news. These office posts and group posts will not be active for you, but associate post is, so I'm going to click on that. It's going to be an agent announcement, have an item / listing, want a buyer / vendor, and open house. I'm going to choose agent announcement. I'm going to fill in this information, and then I'll click publish post. And that will put it inside of the blend right here. And then you can filter it by office posts.
So how agents are sending out like email blasts?
No.
Listings?
So they will generally do, yes, that is a way they can do it. Yep.
Okay.
So they will do it that way, and then they could develop their own email list if they want to through command. They can set it out that way as well.
Okay.
What other ways? They could create a Google group, and everyone in there, they could add a Google group and blast it out that way. There's a couple different ways they can do it. So we're back in here. Here's the associate posts. Jack Kelly just left one on April 4th, which was a few days ago. And then let's say community posts. That's community. The best way to do it, though, is if I'm adding a post, click associate post, agent announcement. Great class. Link. So I make the post, click publish post. Now I want to click announce post. I can put in a full message down here. Then I'll click add recipient. I can choose, oh, this is different in here. This is not going to be the best way to do it for this one. The best way is going to be just creating an announcement on the page without a post on the blend page, not announcing it. And it'll show up in here. New notifications will go out for the daily and digest. Get rid of this. But the best way is going to be either going through command by adding every agent into your command database and just tag them as an agent. So you can create an email list that way and send out a blast, or through a Google group. We're going to look at the training calendar now. So right here is the smaller version of the training calendar. So I'm going to click view calendar. And it is going to show me all the classes that are going on for the month. And it'll go into next month as well. Right now, today was scripts and role play, group lead generation, 9 a.m., leadership fundamentals, career development at 11:30. Oh, that's the committee meeting. And then Tech 101, which is happening right now. But let's say I want to see it automatically on my Google Calendar or maybe my iCal. I can subscribe to this calendar so it updates automatically to me, which is very nice because then I don't need to keep going into the website to check it. So I'm going to click this subscribe button. And it's going to ask me if I want to do an events calendar or office calendar. I'm going to do office calendar and I'll click setup now. And it's going to ask me, do I want to do Google, Android, Apple, iCloud, Microsoft Outlook, or other? And if I want to connect it to my Gmail or my Google calendars, that's the one I use. I'll click this link here. If I want to connect it to my iCal, I'll click the Apple. Then Microsoft Outlook, I'll click here. So let's say I want to do Google. I can either go to Google Calendar and subscribe directly, or I can copy and paste this link right here. I found it's easier to copy and paste the link. It's going to be the same thing in Apple iCloud. It's going to ask me, it's going to email me a link to my phone or to my email, or I can copy and paste this URL again into iCal. Microsoft Outlook, very similar to Google. Once again, manual method, copy and paste. Other is just that copy and paste for the URL. Okay. So now we are in, started with the blend. I'm gonna go up here to where it says Start, Associates, Market Center, and Learn. I wanna click on Market Center. And this is where an area we'll be able to block out time for our conference rooms. So if you're looking to come and work here for a little while with clients, you can go ahead and block out a conference room. Maybe you just need the entire space, the training room, for example, for something, you can block that out. To do that, you're gonna be in here, and then you're gonna click on Resources, and it's gonna show you the available resources. So floor duty, that isn't happening as much anymore, but the media room is a room that you can use to film videos, take pictures. It's actually just right across the hall from the training room. We have a camera in there and lights set up for you to be able to make videos. We have the MREA room, which is the big conference room. As soon as you come in, it's going to be on the left-hand side. It's that first one. Parking lot reservation for client events. So this is good for when maybe you're giving out pies on Pi Day, or you have a large event happening within the office that you need all that space for. So you can go ahead and reserve the parking lot. The bold room, which is this room right here, it can seat about 50 people at least. So if you're planning a larger event, this would be, or maybe even a training, this would be a good place to reserve that. The one thing room is a smaller conference room for about 1 to 2 people. It's going to be just down the hallway from the MREA room. And then the shift room is in the back of the office. And that's good between 1 to 4 clients. Now, let's say we're going to reserve this room, I'll click the bold room. And right now, it's Thursday. Brittany has booked this room for us already. So it says Brittany Lanning. But maybe I want to book it some more. So I'll hover over an open spot that says sign up. I'll click it. It says Blake Whitbold, reservation status denied. Excuse me? Wow. I'm not on the approved list. Okay.
Well, things go through Brittany.
Yes, they do. But an approval link should pop up and you can click accept and it will block the timeout for you in that room. If I click on the documents tab, they have documents in here. They aren't always up to date. I would be careful with it. Like for example, this was added 4 years ago. And the reason why they are outdated is because we don't have the ability to remove the documents for some reason. It has to be done by regional. So we don't use this a lot, but sometimes things are added in here. And you will be notified when they are in there. The rest of the things we don't use. That was it for my KW. Our next stop is kwconnect.com. So KW Connect, we're going to be doing a lot of training here. Every day at 1 o'clock, Monday through Friday, is going to be a training with live stream from either Keller Williams International or top agents from around the country to help you grow your business. So right now we can see that this is just featured articles that are happening right now. But if I scroll down, we're going to see the now streaming. And today was client conversations that beat iBuyers every time. So that was, I guess, over. It was at 1 p.m. This is in Central Time. So please be aware, everything that's put onto KW Connect is in Central Time because Austin is in Central Time. Kind of surprised that it's over this early. This is the 8th, right? Oh, why am I looking at my watch? What day is it? 7th. Okay, so this is the next event. So tomorrow at 1 p.m. is going to be Master the Market of the Moment with bulletproof listing presentations. Who has a listing presentation? Oh, so this might be a good class to attend to get your feet wet with listing presentations. So that's going to be at 1 p.m. tomorrow at kwconnect.com. And it's going to be a live streaming video. If I scroll down, it's going to give me my week's calendar. Now, all of these videos are recorded, so you can go back and watch them. It takes about 2 weeks for them to get out there, though. So tomorrow's is, the Master of the Market at the Moment with bulletproof listing presentations. That would be very useful. I'm going to scroll down some more. We're going to see the popular resources now. The first item is the 2022 Vision Speech Slides. So at Family Reunion, Gary Keller gives us a speech called The Vision and State of the Company. The vision speech has usually a culmination of data and graphs that he shows us that you can then take and show your clients and customers to show you where the market is. So for example, I'll just click here and see if it'll be an easy download. Clicked on it, download now. Here they are. So it goes Vision 2022. And you could go over this with your clients and say, listen, this is what drives the US real estate market. Home sales, home prices, month supply of inventory, mortgage rates, and affordability. Here are the home sales. Broken down to monthly, home prices, annual and monthly. Annual appreciation. So you'll be able to use all this data with your clients and your customers. That's nice. I like that. So back into kwconnect.com. The next item over is the Keller Mortgage Pricing Special. So Keller Mortgage does offer specials time to time. It'll pop up in here. The next tab over is monthly holiday designs with, right here, with Command, Designs in Command. We're going to talk about designs inside of Command. It doesn't make me super happy. I prefer Canva. I'm truthful about it. It's just the way that it is.
It's Canva.
Canva is a graphic design software for people who don't know how to use graphic design softwares. So it's wonderful. And a lot of it is drag and drop, very easy to do. We will have a Canva class and we'll make designs in here and all that kind of stuff. I love it.
Super easy to use.
Yeah, super easy, super easy. I think, was that you, Dewey?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, I hit all the video stuff, yeah. We have speakers in the corners. Yeah, Canva I love Canva. I just gush over Canva. KW Maps monthly events. So KW Maps, I'm gonna click on this. Maps is our coaching division within Keller Williams. And all Maps coaches' goals are to push you forward in your business to make life better than what you have it now. And they want your business to go through the roof. They want to take it from E, which is entrepreneurial, to P, which is purposeful. So entrepreneurial means that this is our natural affinity to do something. And we're always going to hit a ceiling where that natural ability ends. And then you have to start learning and focusing and concentrating. That's going to the P. And you're going to break through the ceiling and you're going to do much better than you were before. So you're going from entrepreneurial to purposeful. These are the events that are coming up. It's going to show you what kind of format it is, the cost for it. They do have free ones in here. It doesn't look like right now. Here's a bunch of free ones. Tomorrow, never-ending referrals for market. Yeah, tomorrow's the 8th. Yep. So tomorrow from 11 a.m. or 11:30 to 12, they have a free webinar for never-ending referrals for market centers info session. That's cool. How to call old leads without being awkward on the 14th. That's a good class because there's a lot of leads that go pretty cold. It happens. So how do you do that without being awkward? So I would check the free webinars, register for them, sign up, test them out. Worst thing that can happen is you lose out, looks like a half an hour of your day. And it's most likely going to teach you at least one thing. If it teaches you one thing, it was worth it. Never talk to a stranger. Oops, what just happened? I don't know what just happened. So explore the MAPS website. Spring Mastermind's coming up actually in a few weeks in Nashville. They have free tools, conversations. So these are scripts that you can use for people, webinars, interview questions, the Gary Keller book list, Outfront. So Outfront is a magazine for agents, and it's filled with a ton of useful information. We're going to talk about one of those pieces in just a moment. There's also the Keller Williams podcast. So those are the free tools. Check out the events, calendars, store, about. If I click on coaching, it's going to show you all the coaching programs in here. These are breakthrough fast track ones. These are group coaching. A lot of them are group coaching. Mastery agents or mastery level coaching when you're ready to start really moving from that E to P. 30, 60, 90 program. So what you're doing the first 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. And then Bold. Bold is happening right now. Bold is kind of like Ignite on steroids. So Ignite is our foundational program that will teach you the business of real estate. Bold is that accelerated plus more. So they're going to actually have you making phone calls, reaching out, touching people during that class. So your business is actually happening. There's nothing for you to be like, well, I have to do this. No, you don't, because you're in Bold. You're going to do it right here, right now. So it's some people need that to have that accountability to be able to move forward. And that's what Bolt provides. People love it. They go to it and they're energized. They love it. So that is KW Maps. The last item in the popular resources is that monthly social media calendar. This is part of Outfront. So that Outfront magazine, so it's outfront.kw.com. This is the magazine for agents. And they have a social media calendar that goes out at the beginning of every month. And it's going to give you an idea what kind of social media to post every day. So if I click on April, it shows me 30 social media prompts to help you spring into action this April. Oh, that's funny because it's spring. I just think it's cute, I guess. So week, what are we? The 7th? On the 7th, what are we doing today? With all of the beautiful sunshine bringing brighter days, seeing more of the sun is a must. Highlight a home that has great natural lighting or even a glass wall to wow home buyers. So what are we going to do to be able to do that? I'm going to go someplace. I'm going to find a picture of a house with large windows. And where I go, I'm going to show this tip because I usually don't. To get royalty-free or royalty-free stock photos that you can use for business, I go to pexels.com. Pexels, Pexels.com. And it says the best free stock photos, royalty-free images, and videos shared by creators. And I'm going to say Windows. Hopefully it's not a bunch of Windows computers. No, good, here we go. So now I use the search term Windows. I'm going to look for something that, not airplane windows, something that shows a lot of light streaming through. Oh, here we go. This would be a good one. It's got a lot of light and nature out there. Oh, this is a good one. This is a fantastic one. So see, I mean, we're finding easy photos to use. When we have our design classes, I talk about pexels because it's just so easy and the pictures are good quality.
You can just upload this to whatever social media.
Yep. So yeah, you'll download it. You're going to use the design that you create with that, and then you'll upload it to whatever social media. Tomorrow, we can get ready for something new and exciting is on the horizon. Show off a new home or developing neighborhood to your followers using a Neighborhood Snap graphic. So Neighborhood Snap graphic is found in designs. We'll go over that as well. April 9th. You probably spend most of your week working, but what about when work is play? Tell your followers about your favorite aspect of working in real estate and ask fellow agents or followers in your other fields to share their love about their jobs. So that's nice. That's interaction with your audience, which is very important. You don't want to just seem robotic because people want to work with real people and people that they like. So I'm going to say I love teaching realtors about the technology that they can use. And then I tell a funny story about it, or maybe a sweet, heartwarming story about it. And then I'll ask, what do you love about your job? What are some things, what are fun things that have happened in your job that make you love it? And people will hopefully interact with you. So that's social media calendar. I'm going to scroll down now back onto kwconnect.com. There are more popular resources on Connect: client communication kits, skills for the shift. It is always good to be prepared for a shift in the market. And a shift means, so we're going from a seller's market, which we're in right now, to a buyer's market. And our business needs to be prepared for that. Otherwise, we could end up getting out of business because we don't know what to do. So we prepare for the shift that will be coming one day, because it doesn't always stay a seller's market. It will become a buyer's market again. Shift book club guides, pivot power session scripts and guides, virtual presentation and events kits, and office printables. Let's look at skills for the shift real quickly. If I click on that link, it's going to send me into the search area, and it's going to show me everything that has shift in there. And it goes all the way shift tactics. So here's distressed properties they talk about, financing solutions, creating urgency to buy, seller staging strategies. Those are all instructors. I mean, it's just fun to go in here to see what kind of information. There's a lot of, like, not a lot, but a ton of good training information on KW Connect. The popular on-demand training. Speaking of shift, anything with James Shaw, watch it, read it, participate in it. James Shaw. There is a Facebook group called the Pivot Shift or Shift Pivot Facebook group. And with James Shaw, he leads that. 8:30 every morning, they have a live stream where they go through a new piece of training. Let's see what else. Quick guide to agent referrals, the untapped six-figure resource. Uncover more motivated sellers with a gold letter. Then there's more popular on-demand training, technology training and walkthroughs, leads, listing, leverage, so on and so forth. If I click on on-demand videos, it's going to show me all of the pre-recorded videos. In no particular order, apparently. Wait, no, 12. Starting in December, and it goes back. More popular videos, how I sold 11.5 million in my rookie year. That might be a good one. That's all about lead generation. Leverage, find the one hire who will change your world. Finding the right admin or buyer specialist or anyone else going onto your team is essential for your team to function correctly, because you want to be able to train them to take on the tasks that you can't do at the moment, so they can take care of it and you focus on what you need to focus on, your 20%. And that person will be solid gold to you. See, more popular on-demand video categories: command your business, new and designs, talk to your clients about making every dollar count. Then we come down to featured content, command your business. So this is command training. New and designs, we're going to look at design training. This is about Keller Mortgage. And then we have related articles. These are on outfront.kw.com. So there's an article on flipping down south. KW agents showcase Alabama's neglected neighborhoods in new feel-good home remodeling show. Leverage systems every solo agent needs to know. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's click on that. So I clicked on this article, and here they are. They talk about the tools that you need to use, the GPS, which is the goals, priorities, and strategy sheet, your 411, accountability partners, economic model, and then organizational model. These are models that are all found within the MREA. What is the MREA? That is the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. So, or the Red Book, we'll call it that as well. The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. We love our abbreviations and our acronyms here at KW. So you'll hear them a lot. The MREA is one of our major ones. Okay, so that is the homepage on KW Connect. If I come back up at the top, there is a button for the calendar. I don't trust this calendar. For some reason, it doesn't update correctly. So I would use the calendar in mykw.kw.com. If I click on train, or if I go hover above training, I'm going to see in-person material training, the Connect Live calendar, KWU, and answers. So in-person material training, if you're ever attending a live course, you want to teach a course, you'll be able to find the materials within the live training resources. So here I am coming in. These are all Keller Williams classes. So I could teach 3 simple steps to start using Command. I could teach Command Made Easy. I could come in and teach career visioning if I wanted to. Create Facebook campaigns to market your listings. I do teach customer experience. We could teach customize and build smart plans to stay top of mind. Let's see, grow your profit share tree. Ignite Classic, Ignite 2.0. There's also scripts in here. So we have KW Scripts Catalog, Volume 1, working with buyers, Volume 2, working with sellers, and Volume 3, lead generation. Lead generation 3612.3, leadership fundamentals, market center financials. There's a ton of stuff in here. I'm not going to go through all of it because it's a lot. So if you ever want to read any of those, you're more than welcome to. Go ahead and download the manuals, or if you want to teach them as well. If you like teaching, come and teach a class. If I go down to Connect Live Calendar, this is going to show me the calendar for the next month for my live streams. So right now it's showing from the 1st all the way down to the 29th. And I can plan my 1 p.m. viewings to hit these. So let's say I want to watch 3 ways to uncover agent needs and increase the, I don't want that one. Here we go. Buy dirt, unlock inventory with KW land opportunities. I can say on the 11th at 1 o'clock, I'm going to watch this on Monday, and I'll put it in my calendar. KW is Keller Williams University. This is also another place where you can find links to training materials. Like this instructor-led training materials, that was the first tab. This is also the first button here. Ignite is our fundamental class, along with Ignite 2.0 lab. No ceilings, level up your lead generation, MRA business planning clinic, market center command course. KW on demand, these are the recorded videos. Agent curriculum path. So if you want to know what classes you should take through Keller Williams or just involving Keller Williams University or KWRI, it's going to say all agents need these 4 classes or 5 classes. Fundamental classes, Ignite. Growth classes are lead generation, win with sellers, win with buyers. Then the achievement classes are all the MREA classes plus the leverage series. So I'm going to say start with Ignite if you're brand new with real estate. Or if you want a refresher with real estate, Ignite is a good place to go as well. And then you're going to go towards the growth. I would start with lead generation, and you're also going to throw these in as they come along. What's very important out of here is this, the 6 perspectives, agent financials. Actually, these are all very important. I just say if they come up, take them. Growth also. As these come up throughout the class schedules, take them. It's not going to hurt you to take them. Sorry, someone just looked like they walked into my office. Oh, Michael did walk into my office.
Ignite starts in June, right?
I don't know. The schedule's going to be a little bit different. I'm not sure here. I'd ask Brittany. Brittany will be a better reliable source on when it'll start.
I think they said after Bolt.
That makes sense then, yes, because bold is their current training. Yeah, that makes sense. June makes sense. They don't share with me sometimes when things are going to start. Sorry, my computer has decided to schedule a restart, and I'm going to do that. Okay, fine. Go away. No, go away. Okay. I'm going to go back. If you're interested in leadership at all, you can start working on the leadership curriculum path in here as well. Franchise systems orientation is also for anybody who wants to learn absolutely everything about Keller Williams. Take franchise systems orientation. It'll tell you everything. Phew, okay. Answers, which is answers.kw.com, is for tech questions you may have involving all of our KW tech. So inside here, it gives us different categories: Command App, Command Team Functionality, Command MC, KW Marketplace, Connect 2.0, MyKW, KW Connect, KW Memberships, and KW Expansion. A lot of our questions are going to be in Command, the app, and probably MyKW, but not so often this. But Command is going to be the big one. If I click on it, it's going to give me articles on everything inside of Command. So I can go through here. Let's see, in this subset, Command Help and Support has 16 articles. I'll click on that, see all 16. And I can see all of the questions in that, or articles within that. All about contacts, I can see 45 articles. I can scroll through here and take a look. So that is answers.kw.com, which I got through by going into training and answers, or you can just go to answers.kw.com. In resources, we're going to see several things that have already been talked about. The one I want you to focus on the most, though, is in marketing right here. If I click on that, this is where I'm going to get the logos for Keller Williams Realty Select. So right here, I have marketing, and then logos and branding is the first square. I can click on this. I'm going to scroll down till I see this search box, and I'm going to type in 373. There it is, Realty Select, and I'll click this download. And it's going to download a zip file that has all of the logos in several different formats. So it's going to be a black and white, a RGB, a PSM 200, and a CMYK. We're usually using the black and white and RGB. I've never used these two, but I believe they're for vector programs and Photoshop. RGB, oh, I can hear the storm coming in. EPS, I think, yeah, so there's different, this is the RGB, and here's one of our logos. Okay.
Can we download them now?
Yeah, you can absolutely download them, yep. Mm-hmm. If you download them now, then you'll have them in your computer. I would save them in some sort of folder that you have access to all the time. Otherwise, you're going to end up re-downloading this over and over and over again. And there's no reason if you know where they're saved and things like that. The reason I know that is because I do that. Okay, this needs to stop this. Okay. So also under resources, we have a Welcome to Associates walkthrough, culture, DEI hub, events, industry, Keller Mortgage, KWU, we've talked about, Mass Coaching, we've talked about, marketing, we've talked about. This is still the marketing. They have different things in here. The listing presentation templates, which is nice. Smart plans training, out front, we talked about. Designs, I've complained about. KW professional services. So this is if you want someone to do it for you. So if you get a new listing, you pay them a certain amount of money, they'll take care of all the advertising things for you.
Professional.
Yep, KW Professional Services. So if I click on here, it's going to take me to the marketplace, which is our Keller Williams marketplace, I think. Come on, yep. And it's going to show us market my listing, $175. Just sold marketing package, $75. Just sold luxury, it's $95 because it's luxury, I'm guessing. Command database load, that's very high price. I'm going to show you guys how to do that for free. I don't know why it's different. There's all different types of things in here. So take some time, take a look through those, see what you might like, what might you not want to use. Different things. KW Red Label, so this is a source for Keller Williams clothing, if you want any Keller Williams clothing. Client communication kits, so this is a lot of communicating with your sphere, letting them know that you are a realtor, letting them know that you're there to help buy or sell a property. Then Leadership Hub for leadership, social media, there's not actually anything in this one. It doesn't, like, if I click on Social Media 101, oh, they have stuff in here now. Cool. Before I used to say, sorry, missing. So now I could go to Social Media 101, out front, Keller Mortgage Red Day logos. Red Day is our Renew, Energize, and something else day. Let's see if it's in, here we go. Renew, Energize, and Donate Day is on May 12th every year. It is one of the days that Keller Williams as a whole company will give back to the communities that they're in. Inglewood will be doing a Shred for Hunger event, which is people will donate food and they'll be able to shred their documents in a big shredding truck. That's just one of the things. I don't remember what they're doing here. Oh, here it is. It says Hope Family Services. So they'll be helping a nonprofit called Hope Family Services within the community. I'm not sure exactly what, but it'll be, there are classes and they talk about it at team meetings. I am not here during team meetings, so I'm woefully left out. So Red Day is also something that you can check through KW Connected and explains it in here. There's even a video. Video. I like that. So just a bunch of different resources in here for Red Day. Go over into technology. We're talking about that right now. Command login. This is just a tab to log into Command. I'm going to give you an actual website for it. Command Your Market Center is going to be about how to use Command throughout the Market Center. Training and resources for Command. Command Your Business. Same thing for your business. KW Marketplace is where you can find integrations for Command with a lot of different other types of things without in the internet. Like if you want to connect some CRMs, there's CRM connection tools. API Nation is used to connect Google Sheets, iCloud to, not Google Sheets, but Google Contacts into your database to be able to import all your contacts in there. And there's the Leadership Tech Guide. Referrals, we're going to be doing referrals through Command. We're not going to be using this tab so much anymore. We can ignore that. Communities, though, if you want to explore communities, there's going to be several new ones that have just come out. And those new ones are KW New Homes, KW Military, and KW Sports and Entertainment. Now there is 7 communities altogether. Some of these have a fee to be a part of. Some of them have to be earned in. So the KW Luxury, you have to earn your way in by selling a certain amount of homes at a certain price range. New homes, you can get a designation through Keller Williams, New Homes Build right here. And that's going to teach you how to communicate with builders. Even though we are both in the business of real estate, we have different ways of communicating. A builder is going to talk and promise things differently than we do. So this class teaches us how to communicate properly, how to get on their good sides to get that business. Because if you can get a builder to say, yes, I want you to list my properties, you're pretty good with listings. Because they're gonna be like, oh, we have a new one. Can you list it for us? And you negotiate it correctly where you are getting a percentage, like you're listing at 6%. That's just saying maybe you negotiated that, could be anything different. And you get that 3% out of that 6 for the one half, you could have a constant stream and not have to worry about where am I going to get my next listing, because you already know. Maybe you're working with multiple builders that you have that deal with. So that's a way you could become a mega agent really easily. And now these aren't like the massive builders like Pulte, Neal Communities. These are the smaller builders like Lennar or Adams or I don't know all the ones around here, but the mid-sized, they usually don't have their own in-house salesperson. So they do rely on realtors to list their properties for them. Personally, I think it saves them, saves them money in the long run if they have a realtor instead of an on-staff person at all times. KW Commercial, so you want to specialize maybe in commercial properties, or you want to become someone that can list commercial properties and sell. You don't need to be a part of this to list commercial, but it's nice to have that designation. You'll get an icon that you can put on your business cards. You can get pins to say that you work with KW Commercial. There is a fee that goes along with it, but you get all the resources that go with it too. Same thing with Young Professionals Network, Land, KW Military, and Sports and Entertainment. Just I'd take some time, go through here, check out communities. They have special meetups when we have our large conferences like Family Reunion, Mega Camp, all of those things. They meet up, they share their stories, they show you techniques. It's really very nice to be a part of the community like that. Not that they wouldn't do it here as well, but it's just, you know, when you're part of a group, it's easier because that group understands what you're talking about and you can go further and more advanced into topics and things along those lines. Okay, and then growth is about growing this office, Keller Williams, and growing yourself as an agent. And these are resources to be able to help you do that. So that is KW Connect. Now, there just isn't enough time to go over everything in Connect. I went over the main highlights. Go in there, explore, find stuff, watch stuff, learn stuff. Lots of stuff handling. We're going to go into Command, which is agent.kw.com. Command is where you're going to be doing the most interaction and work with your career at Keller Williams. This is where you're going to be entering your database. You're going to be creating smart plans, or they are also called, they used to be called drip campaigns, but they are smart plans. You can create paid advertisements for Facebook, Instagram, AdWords, email campaigns, direct mail campaigns. You can create social posts such as cool graphic pictures. You can have auto posts on there. You're going to have your transactions live inside of here. You're going to be doing paperwork through DocuSign, which you get through to Command. You're going to be pulling up reports from within Command. You're going to be finding referrals within Command. Your website lives in Command, and so does your app. So I'm going to log in here. I'm actually going to refresh because I should did not. This keyboard is super annoying because it has that light up background and the color that the keys are very similar to what the lights are. So it's hard to actually read them if you're on the side. I have to like hover right there.
Is that Adele?
Yes, it is. Do you have experience with that?
I have, yeah. Not much.
just turned it off. Yes, you can see it now. So I just logged into Command, and this is our homepage. So my homepage, I have configured it a little bit because I want the first things on my homepage to be my tasks and my recent leads. That's because I need to see what I have to do for the day, and I need to see who I need to call. I don't really care about anything else until I've done everything I need to do and called everybody. So I can see that I have my recent leads 239 days ago. I don't do lead generation. And there's someone I have to call to build a relationship, and that way I can unmark them as a lead and they become a contact. My tasks, I have a quarterly call with Adam Heel. That was due on the 22nd of March. It's way past due. I'm going to say that's done. I'm going to click the check mark, say no answer, complete task. That completes it. Now let's say I want to customize it even more. I can click on Customize Home in the right-hand corner. And this has, each of these widgets has a handlebar on them, which looks like 6 dots side by side. And I just click and drag it around. I can move it. Let's move this notepad up. I'll click Apply. So now all of my widgets have been moved around. So you can make this in any way that you'd like to, however your workflow works. It's really up to you. But I prefer my tasks to be up top, right next to my recent leads. Over on the left-hand side, I can turn widgets off if I want to. So let's say I don't want that notepad. I can click that check mark. Maybe I don't want my database health. Actually, I do want the health. I don't want my designs update. And I'll click Apply. So now it has removed my notepad and designs. All right. While we're going through this, I'm going to go over the 3 things that you must do inside of Command for every transaction. So this is the big meaty part of our training today. When you're in Command, the first thing you're going to do is enter in a contact. And to enter in a contact, you're going to go to our Contacts app. That's going to be our second icon on the left, which looks like a person in a box. And I'll click on that. Come on, person in the box, let's go. Here we go. And we're going to see my database. The next part, so when you first log in, this may be blank, and that's okay because you haven't entered anybody in yet. It's very normal. You're going to click on Add a Contact in the right-hand corner, and it's going to have you fill in information now. So the first thing you're going to put in is their full name. Today it's going to be Bill Moon. So I put in the full name, Bill Moon. If they are in a relationship with someone that they own property with, or maybe just in general, maybe Bill is married, or maybe Bill is a widower with kids, I can add in those people right here in this relationship. So let's say Bill's wife passed away. We're going to add Bill's kid in here. So Bill has a daughter. Bill's daughter is going to be Sally Moon. Now, Sally doesn't have a contact in here yet. All I have to do to create that is I click this add button, and it creates a contact card for her. The only thing I need to have a contact created is a name. So let's say you just have that name, nothing else, you can still go through and make a transaction for them. So I have a name, but I would want to put an email in here as well, phone number, lead source type. So is it going to come from this list? Or did somebody from your contacts give it to you? So let's say this is going to be, I got this information from maybe Command Web Pages. If I come down, it says mark as a lead or add to sales pipeline. If I mark it as a lead, I won't be able to market to them. I can't market to them until I've made them a contact. So I'm going to leave that empty and blank. Tags are a way you can organize them. So let's say I met Bill, it says through command web pages. So I would create a online lead tag. So I click on tags and I'll just say online. Now that tag doesn't exist right now. Hold on for 1 second, I'm sorry. All right, so online doesn't exist in my tags yet. So I'm going to click create custom tag. I'll give it a red and I'll click the add button. And I mean, the fake information that we have here, but we have everything that we need. So I'll click create. So Bill and Sally now are contacts within here and I can search them. Search by Bill. And here's Bill Moon right there. And that tag that I gave him. Now, once I create a contact, I am going to click on opportunities. An opportunity is where our transactions will live. So it's going to be the very beginning of our life of the transaction. So they are in cultivate because we are cultivating a relationship with this person. So maybe there's someone that just thinks, you know, I'm kind of thinking about selling my house or I'm kind of thinking about buying. I'm going to put them in that cultivate so I can grow that relationship with them, find out what they're looking for, find out how best I can help them. So I'm going to click create opportunity. I'm going to make sure in my market center that I'm in the correct one. So Sarasota Liquid Ranch, which is this office. Opportunity type. So we'll say Bill's listing his home. I can choose between listing, buyer, landlord, and tenant. Say listing. The owner, you own this opportunity. That's what the owner is referring to. If you're on a team, your team rainmaker may own that opportunity. And then if I come down to client, I'm going to start typing Bill's name. There's Bill Moon down here. And now he and his daughter are selling the property that they own together. So I'll click on this co-seller box and Sally pops up. So I'll put Sally in there. The opportunity name is automatically created from the client name. And I'm going to change this name into the actual street address of the property. And the reason I do that is because maybe you work with an investor that's looking or is looking to buy or looking to sell 15 properties at a time. It's going to become pretty confusing if all of those opportunities are named Bill Moon 15 times and you have to guess which one is which. So I'm putting in there the street address instead. So this is going to be 568 North. So I'm putting the street address name in there, which is 5678 North Drive, and I'm leaving that dash listing. It's just going to be easier if you leave that dash either listing or buyer in there, because when you look at all the opportunities, you can just see the difference. It doesn't have to have any custom tags. Custom tags works the same way as a tag and contacts work, and I know I went over that very quickly, but it's a way to categorize your properties. We don't have an estimated closing date yet because it's a listing. Estimated listing price, though, we can say it's $1 million because I like $1 million. Commission rate is your portion of the commission. It is not that full listing commission, because if I'm listing at 6%, the way I would work is I would get 3% and the other side will get 3%. So I'm going to put 3 in that side. The opportunity phase, so it's asking me where in the pipeline of that life of the transaction is it. So we can say that it's in cultivate, but most likely if we're at this point, it's probably in an appointment. So we're scheduling an appointment to meet with Bill and Sally to see if we're ready to sell, what they'd like. And then the opportunity stage, it's going to ask me, this is going crazy. We're going to just say it's a scheduled appointment, and I'll click create. Now we are in the dashboard of the opportunity. I can update things. So let's say this appointment scheduled, appointment date, so on and so forth, by clicking on the pencil button to edit anything within this box.
Where's the pencil?
It's going to be in, so if you're looking at the little box, it's going to be in the upper right-hand corner right above it. Yep. So any box that is not grayed out, I can fill in or change. So I could change the opportunity phase, names, opportunity name up here. Appointment scheduled, we'll say it was scheduled today. The actual appointment date was also today. They wanted it right now. We also won the agreement to list their home at the same day. We're doing good. Okay, and then I'll click save. So the new information has now been saved in here. Perfect. And you'll notice that the property is empty because we haven't actually inputted an address yet. I could, if you already have the property in the MLS, you can select from listings right here, and it will show you the listing pop up as soon as you put it into the MLS. So I'll give it actually 24 hours to update, and then you can choose the listing, or you can come to this property box, click the pencil in the right-hand corner, and type it in by hand. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8. Drive. So I tried to put in a fake address, turns out it's real. As you type it in, Google will find addresses for you to see if this is the one you're talking about. And it found a 5678 North Drive. I'm not going to click it because that's not the one I want to use. I'm pretending that the address doesn't exist. And then I'm going to go to Lakewood Ranch, Florida. And then we're 34202. And I'll click save. So now it has an address in here, and it's connected up here as well. You always want to have an address showing up at the top here to know that one is connected.
So it won't pull over if you have the address in for the contact?
No, so if you have an address inside of the contact card, it won't know that that's the one that you want to sell because it could just be a mailing address. So you'll have to enter it in either through the listing after it's in the MLS or directly in here. Once you have this information filled in, we can click on Documents. And then we're going to pick a checklist type. This is important to pick the checklist type because this is going to give us our document checklist for compliance. So it's either going to be residential or vacant land. I'm going to say residential. And it's going to show me my checklist for my listing folder. So right now on the left-hand side, you'll see it says listed. I have two other choices, under contract and closed. These are all different folders you'll be filling in information for. So this is the listing paperwork. Then we have the under contract paperwork. Then we have the closed paperwork. So under listed, we want to make sure that when we go into DocuSign, we're going to get a listing agreement, a KW seller's disclosure. The MLS broker synopsis is not going to come from DocuSign. It's going to come from the MLS itself. Seller property disclosure, residential, signed by both parties. And the last required is wire fraud prevention notice. We do have some conditionals in here. So if I want to see what the condition is, I can hover over the I, and it's going to tell me what it is. It says condition, if something changes in a listing agreement. Owner waiver of MLS entry. Condition, if the owner does not want the property listed in the MLS. Okay. seller's estimated net sheet, condition, additional protection. And then this is the articles of incorporation for if it's an LLC, CO, PA, POA, or trust. Well, I need the paperwork. So I'm going to click on Start a Transaction. It's going to take me into DocuSign, where I'm going to log in. All right, so it brings us into our documents area within DocuSign. So now I need to pull the documents in, and I'm going to click the blue Add button here. I'm going to choose DocuSign Forms. And then right now, this is set on Inglewood's, which is our sister office down in Inglewood, Florida. For some reason, I can't switch it over to the Realty Select groups. Groups on the side are basically what it sounds like, groups of paper or forms that will be for a particular action. So let's say there's a listing group, so they'll have paperwork for a listing. There's a buyer's group, so they have a paperwork for all the buyers in there. This one is broken down just a little bit differently. So this is a listing. So I would choose listing. And here are the ones that I might need. So I know I need to have the exclusive right of sales listing agreement. What else do I? So I'm going to go back into command. I need that. I need the KW seller's disclosure. KW seller's disclosure. Here we go. This is what that means. I need seller's property disclosure. Residential. And then I also need wire fraud. Then I'll click Add Selected. So now that I have these in here, you can't really see a preview of what they are yet. You just see that white paper. I'm going to refresh the page. And I want to be able to see that preview because it's going to make life a little bit easier. I know I need to go into my exclusive right of listing agreement or right of sale listing agreement. Go in here. It has brought over both of my seller's name, and this is the office's name in the broker. I can go through here, put in a listing date. We'll say we're going to start tomorrow. It's going to end. I'll do a 3-month listing. Hold in the address. So I go through, fill out everything that I have to fill out. I can't teach you guys how to fill this out. This has to come from somebody else. Usually an agent or a productivity coach will teach you how to do this. Broker sometimes has classes on this as well. I'll click Save and Close after I filled everything out that I need to. And then I'm going to send it, I'm going to choose which ones I need signed. So let's say I need this one signed, I need this one signed. You actually need all of these signed and filled out, but I'm just going to do these two for the example. And then I'm going to go up to this pen icon, which is create an envelope, because you need to be able to just think of it like sending something in the actual mail. You're going to put it into an envelope to put it into your mailbox to send it off. So we're going to put it into an envelope to send it to an email box so it can be signed. And here are the documents. I'm going to give this an envelope a name. I always call these listing docs because that's what it is. So I'll say listing docs. I can move these around too if I drag and drop them. I like the exclusive right of sale listing to be the first one. And then everything else afterwards, I don't really think matters what the order is, but the agreement needs to be first. And then I'm going to come down to add recipients, and I'm going to choose pre-tagged roles. We're choosing pre-tagged roles because there are things that are already assigned for us if we choose that. So they already put in our initial spots and our signature spots and our date spots. So we don't have to go through and do it. It's done for us. Ooh. We have loud thunder going on right now, and it shook the roof and it made our screen flux. So, okay, so I'm going to choose seller 1 and listing agent will be me. So seller 1 is Bill Moon, listing agent is me. I'll click add selected. Fills that in. I'm going to give Bill my email. Over here on the other side on to the right, it says needs to sign. I can also choose needs to view, receives a copy, specify recipient, or witness for signer. On the left-hand side, there's going to be boxes with numbers in them. They're both number 1. This is the signing order box. If you have them both at the same number, that means these people will receive the contracts and paperwork at the same time, and they can sign it at the same time. If they made me number 2, Bill will get the paperwork, but it won't come to me until he signs it. And I don't like that. So I try to make as many people the same number as possible, which you can do about 3. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to write out an email to them. Email subject line, please DocuSign, listing docs, and I'll give instructions here in the message. I'll come over to the next button. I'll hit that. So now it shows me the editing area for signatures and initials. So like I said, these are the ones that have automatically been placed in here for us. If I need to switch ownership of these, so right now this is assigned to Bill. If I have to switch it over, I click on it. Recipient, it says Bill Moon. I'm going to switch it to me, and now it's meant for me. But it is actually meant for Bill. And also because it's a solid color, it means it's a required field. If I unselect this required field, it becomes a white color, and it is just optional at that point. The ones that are already colored, I usually leave them colored. There's only 2 places which I'll go over where you need to adjust them. Actually, it might be okay in this one. Inglewood is a little bit different. So this is good, and then I'm just going to keep going through to make sure that the places are good for me. Good. 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 Great. All right, so no, here we go. These are required to be signed. Right now, they're optional. So I'm going to click on it. Required. Click on that. Required. And the ones here, what I've just made them required, talks about the home warranty and the home inspection. Signature is good, and then I'll click send. So now it says needs my signature down here. I'm going to click on that. I'll click sign. I'll click continue, start. Then it'll take me to each spot I need to sign, and I just have to click a button. Easy. Oh, why didn't these pop up? I thought. Interesting.
Satisfied for you or for the customer?
Oh, customer, you're right. Haha, thank you. I was wrong. Yep, no, I'm acting as the agent. Oh, so I know. I like to, I can't help it. So I'm going to go through here on my phone, which I will sign. I'm going to do this real quickly. There we go. Is this one? No, not that one. This one. I'm going to actually share what it looks like for the customer on the phone, because a lot of customers will use their phone. Will use their phone to sign. So I'm going to share my phone. Share screen. Share. Connecting right now. There we go. All right, so what this will look like, I'm going to agree to use electronic records as signature, so I'll click continue. Okay, I'm gonna scroll down. Where's my, there we go. It's gonna ask them to adopt a signature. Whatever, adopt an initial. It's taking me through. I just had this. Why does it make me do it again?
You a lefty?
No, I'm a righty, but I can't write on the phone.
Oh.
Okay, next. All right, so these two areas were the ones that I thought that I was supposed to sign in the other one. And that's completed. Next. And this is what it'll look like for us when we see it. Fully signed. Nice, and then they'll have to hit that finish button. If they don't see the completed save, it's gonna say no thanks. If they don't see you finish signing, they haven't finished it and it's not gonna be good. So they need to see this screen. All right. All right, so now it still says waiting for others. I'm going to refresh this a few times. There we go, now it says completed right here. I can click on it, shows that it's been completed. If I go into documents now, we are going to see green check marks in some of these forms. And those are forms that have been completed, ready to go and be uploaded into command. So now if I go back into command, I'm gonna refresh this now so I can connect from DocuSign. Okay, so it says attach files from, and it says DocuSign, and I'm gonna select folder, the room docs. So I need that listing agreement. I'm gonna click this drop-down box, and it is the exclusive right of sale listing agreement, the seller's disclosure, here. Then I go through and attach anything else that I have. The only thing that these drop-down boxes will see inside of your room is going to be a PDF. So if it's a PDF, it's going to pop up in this drop-down. If it's not a PDF, it won't pop up. And it only becomes a PDF after both people have signed it. So once everything that is required or conditional has been uploaded in here, I'll hit submit to MC. And I'll do the same thing for under contract. I'll upload that executed contract, hit submit to MC. And once it closes, I'm also going to do the same thing for closed. In offers and commissions, this is going to be done, I would say, this is to get your DA. Your DA is a disbursement authorization form, which means that the title company can pay you directly at the table. Without the DA, the title company should not be cutting a check to you. They should be cutting a check directly to Keller Williams Realty Select. If they do, they are breaking the law. So they must have a DA. They must have a DA. So to get that DA, we're going to go into offers and commissions, which is this tab here. And this is going to be usually after you have submitted your under contract paperwork in the second folder. You won't need a DA until you do have a contract. So I'm going to click offers and commissions, add new offer. This can be anything you'd like to call it, whatever you like to. If you have multiple offers, some agents have been using like the people's names to put to name it for the offer. Buyers will usually have one final offer. It's the listing agent who will have multiple offers that you can put in there. So I'm just going to call this final offer. Okay. It's going to ask me, when was the offer date? So the offer date is when the buyer's agent sent it over to be signed. It's not the executed contract date. So let's say they sent this over on the 11th. The close date is going to be May 12th. We'll click on parties. Your client or customer will always be pulled in because they're pulling directly information from the contact card inside of contacts. Your information will also be pulled in automatically. And all you need for the other side is a name. You need the name of a buyer and then a name for their agent. You don't need anything else. So we're going to say this is, we'll do J-Nate. The associate name is going to be Demo MC373. And I'll click terms. The terms have a couple different boxes in here. There's only two boxes that I focus on. Two that are actually the important ones. That is the cash box and the finance about box. You want this box to have the final contract price in here. So let's say it's sold for $950,000. So this needs to total out to $950,000. You can put the total amount in the cash box if you want to. So that comes up to $950,000. You could make it $50,000 cash, $900,000 in finance. Or you can put the whole thing in finance. It doesn't really matter. The reason this is broken down like this is so if you have multiple offers, you can put in, this is how much cash they're offering. This is how much they're financing for. This is the percentage of earnest amount. This is the option fee. This is how many days they have to terminate within the contract or after the contract. How much residential service contracts for the seller is going to contribute and how much for the settlement costs. Right now in this market, this is, it's usually zero, but even more so probably zero. And this was probably, we usually suggest like 15, 14 days for inspections, but a lot of people are submitting with 0 inspection periods. And I'll hit agent analysis. You can write out the pros and cons in the summary of your offer in here. You don't have to, it's not required. Then I'll click save. And now I have an offer sitting in here. Let's say this is the one that is accepted. Then I'll click manage commission. And in here, this is how our commission is going to be broken down. But there's something in here that has to be updated, that contract date. This is the last place they ask for it. I don't know why they don't ask for it sooner. I'll click edit general information. Come down to the contract date. We'll say it was the 8th. Now, if I had a specific type of commission rate, maybe there was renegotiations and commission rate has changed, I can change that right here. I don't need to go back further, I can just do it right here. Or maybe I'm working for a flat rate instead. Maybe I'm doing a the brokerage has a non-relationship and you're just paying me for my things that I do. So maybe I'm just charging $2,000 instead of $28,000. I like $28,000, but if I'm going to have to in the total commission box, I just delete that, put in the 2,000, and then I'll hit save changes. Yeah, I'm going to put the 3% back in. But that's how I would do a flat rate. Save changes. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down. But what if, so now it's broken down pretty well. It shows me that my associate royalty of how much is going to be taken out, 6%, and then how much my company commission split's going to be. And then any additionals that I have. If I want to add any donations, I can click Edit Agent Payment. I can donate into the Bold Scholarship, let's say 100, and 100 for KWRS. I'll do 100 for KW Kids Camp. That's $300. I'm more than happy to donate that off of that. So I'll click Save. Actually, you know what? And there's a referral. So another agent gave me, hey, I can't do this because I'm in another state. Would you take care of my client for me? Absolutely. You can refer to me. How much do you want as a percentage? I want 25%. Okay. So I'll click Add Item. I'll click the drop down. It says Bonus Concession Deduction. I'm going to scroll down. Inside Referral and Outside Referral. Inside Referral is anybody within this office. Outside Referral is everybody else. Even if they're a KW agent, they're outside. They're not in this office. So I'm going to choose Outside Referral. I'm going to fill in, see, that's 25%. Then I'll fill in the information. They're going to give you a W-9 to go with it. So you'll have all the information to fill in. You type in the broker company name and the agent name, broker address, and then click Add. And then you'll hit Save Changes, and it'll come right off the top. And it'll pop up here. Once this has been completed, you'll hit Submit. So everything can be checked over. Your compliance will go through as soon as you hit Submit to MC in each of those folders, and you will receive a DA so you can get paid. Now, those are the most important things that you need to know inside of Command. I'm going to go over quickly the other things inside of Command, but not as in detail. I want you guys to know this so you can look back on it. If you get a transaction right away within the next few days, you can follow the rules for compliance and put it in the system. So we went over contacts. The app underneath contacts is tasks. So this is your to-do list. What do you have to do? Everything can be put in here on the list of what needs to be done, what is happening. So right now it shows that I have a quarterly call with Joe Smith. More calls, social media touch has to go out, and start event smart plan. And it's going to show me the statuses past due over here, and then a due later, and the dates that they were due. And then I have priority levels. These can be added by creating new tasks, and they can also be automatically created through opportunities. I have a class next week on how to automate your listings. This will involve a lot of our tasks. Our next app down is Smart Plans. So these are automated marketing plans that you set someone on, and they're automatically going to receive emails, text messages from you, market updates, things along those lines to keep you top of mind with your clients and customers. You're going to be using Smart Plans to create a 36 touch, and because it takes about 36 touches for someone to remember you within the industry. Come on, load up. I do have Smart Plans, come on. There you go. So these are the Smart Plans that I have in here right now. One of them is a 36 touch. If I click on this down, it's going to show what it is exactly. It's a combination of linking to Smart Plans. So it touches people 36 times or more. There's also the automated text messaging system, Twilio. That's when one of these has a command to send out a text message. It comes from Twilio. Our next step down is referrals. So like the scenario before, if we had a referral on a property, maybe we have someone that's moving out of state. Let's say they're moving to Michigan. I can't practice in Michigan, but I know realtors up there that can. I will search one out using this, and then I will call them and ask them, would you like to get a referral? And they'll say yes, and you'll say, okay, for 25%, and they'll say, okay, send over the paperwork. Send over the paperwork, they sign it, then you give them the information from the referral. And you can use that in here. I like to use the map. Then I can zoom in to whatever area I need to, and I can see the results. I'm gonna actually, I'll zoom in. We'll use my Michigan references. So as we get closer, start seeing numbers and dots. So like right here, there's 4 within this area, 2 right here, and here's 1, and it lists the agents who have listings within that area. And I can say, oh, I want Alyssa to receive this, so I can set up a referral request this way, or I can just click on her and call her. Takes me into her Connect profile. Here's her phone number right there. Call her. Hey, Alyssa, I have a property that I need help with. I'm from Michigan. Would you be willing to take a referral? Now, it's all well and good when you find somebody within the referral map. The next step you're going to want to take is not in command. You're actually going to go to Google and you're going to Google search them. Search for their reviews on how they handle their customers. Search for everything that you can find of them so you can feel comfortable that you're meeting your expectations, your client's expectations, that they're going to go to someone who will take care of them and treat them right. That's very important. That's customer experience. So even though they're not going to be your right here customer, there's still someone that you're in contact with and you're helping. So be sure to keep your customer experience the same or even better. I love customer experience. So in case you don't know that or haven't figured that out by now, I highly recommend it. The next step down is opportunities. We were in there a lot. I have a class next week on the 12th. It's called Automate Your To-Do List for Every Listing. It's going to go more in depth into these. It's not going to focus on the whole transaction, but actually the tools within opportunities. So you can make your transaction life a lot easier than having to remember, what do I have to do next? What do I have to do next? That's going to be at 1 o'clock from 1 to 2. My next step under that is campaigns. We're going to have a campaigns class called Faster and Easier Leads with Facebook on the 19th from 1 to 2. And this is about sending out paid ads to get leads. Would you rather spend $30 to get 8 leads from your own pocket, or would you rather spend $1,200 a month to get 8 leads from Zillow? Your choice, your choice. I would spend $30 bucks. But we can do paid ads for Facebook, Twitter, Google AdWords, free email campaigns. And I even could send out direct mail or postcards through here. I can also do free social posts. So this is a post scheduler. They can go out there. The next step down is reports. And like I said before, you own a business. You need to know your numbers. It's very important. Not knowing your numbers, you're going to flounder. This is also where you're going to set your goals for the year. So this is the 2022 goals. I can click goal settings. If you don't have a goal, you're not going to go very far. You're going to kind of flounder and say, yeah, 1 is okay. You need to have a goal. You need to know where you're going. Have that path, have that system. Without it, you're doing a hobby. And I know I didn't pay thousands of dollars to be doing a hobby, right? Leave reports. Let's go back to reports right here. I can get different types of reports. So I have opportunity reports. It's going to show me my potential income, active, under contracts, all that fun stuff. Buyer opportunities as well. Opportunities report, I can switch it to my database report. I'm going to update that. Come on, there we go. And then I also have the goals report. So it shows me how close my goals I am, my numbers. And then texts and calls down here. So lead routing is if you're on a team or your team Rainmaker, you can see where your leads are going and you can properly switch those if you have to. Emails are going to show you your open rate, your undelivered, clicked, replied, and unsubscribed. Text and calls are going to show you your usage using your Twilio. And then this is all basically Twilio. The next step down is designs. You can design marketing collateral in here, but I highly encourage you to use Canva. I love Canva. I'm going to go to canva.com real quickly right here. I'll show you. Canva is super easy to use. You can have a free account. There's a ton you can do with a free account. I have upgraded it to a pro because I love it so much. And I hate paying for things like this, but it's worth it. Get the pro. That's my personal opinion. There's a ton of things you can do. You can make things that look like this. You can make reports, or not reports, but slideshows, templates for everything. It's really, really cool. Just sign up for a free account and play with it. So it's canva.com. So it's like Canvas, but Canva. Okay. The next app down back in command is listings. So KW uses a thing called the KWRS, which is the Keller Williams listing service. It will show you every property that a KW agent has listed. It also shows your listings within your search right here. So these are my listings that I've had before. We don't use it a lot. It's used for more of like an internal thing to be able to see, is it in here? Do I need to sync something? Do I need to add a listing? It's really for syndication use into other websites. So like realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia, things like that. We want to make sure that's in here to be able to go out to multiple places. And then our last app is the consumer app. This is where our settings for our website live, along with our app. So these are all pages that I have on my website right now. I'll show you my website. It's blakewhitbull.kw.com. I have a GIF of rolling ocean water coming onto the shore. And I can search for a neighborhood. Let's search for Lakewood Ranch, Florida. And here are all the properties for sale currently in the Lakewood Ranch area. Then you can take the map and you can drag around. And it will research, there we go. So we can see everything that's available. Super easy to use. If I click on one of these, it's going to pop up with all the pictures from the MLS. Here they are. Go through the pictures, property description. Your information shows up as Ask Your Agent. And then it does say at the top who is the listing company, but nobody pays attention to that. So you don't need to worry. But if they say Ask Your Agent, it's going to come directly to you. That's why you want people using your website or your app. Go. Close that. Close that. To find your URL for your app, well, your website's going to be at the top of the page here. And then to get to your app URL, you're going to click Site and App Settings. You're going to click on URLs. And here is your app URL right here. I'm going to share my phone again, and I'm going to let you see what the app looks like. Stop doing that, like, better than that. Stop share, screen, share, right. All right, so we are going to go to KW. We're going to be going to the one that has the white background and red letters in it. If you don't have that, it's going to be the command or the KW buy and sell app. And you can get that from your marketplace or app store. And all you have to do is search KW buy and sell real estate. And it'll be that very first one. If you do get a KW command, you're going to want that one as well, so you can download both of those. But we're going to go into the KW buy and sell real estate. And this is what the app looks like. So it's going to use, you can use the location service on there with the little arrow in that current, where it says current location. I'm going to hit that arrow. No, I'm not there. Update it again. Apparently it thinks I'm in Inglewood. Stop that. Of course, when you're trying to make live presentations, it doesn't want to work. Go. Go. Stop. Why are you picking up there? All right, we're going to have to do it our way. So for some reason, it's not picking me up. There we go. So we're looking at the app right now. When I click on, let's say the 749 here, it's going to pop up at the bottom. I push it up and I can see all the photos by going through. I can see the information. Here's your agent right there listed on there. My Keller mortgage and Keller covered. Property description from the MLS, property details, parking features. It's all in here. And then what I like around here is the commute time. So I can put in a location of where my offices are. And I can see that I am 47 minutes away from the Inglewood office and 53 minutes away from home. I can add more in here for biking even. I'm 3 hours and 11 minutes from work, the other office, and 3.5 hours from home. Walking, 12 hours, fun. I'm gonna stick to driving, thank you. Nearby schools, upcoming open houses, payment calculator, monthly payments. There's a lot of good stuff in here. We can schedule or ask your agent to schedule a video tour at the end, or even ask your agent a question. If I hit ask your agent, it's gonna have to fill out a form and it's gonna be sent to you so you can answer that lead. The next app is going to be the KW Command app, which is the red background, white KW. And this is Command Mobile. Command Mobile is command for your mobile device. It's going to be good on your phone, and it's also going to be good on your iPads or tablets. The first up is the tasks. Apparently this isn't syncing for some reason. And then right under that is who to contact. So my most recent leads, my recently active, one active today, which was myself, which is true. It shows you at the top. Birthdays, who has a birthday coming up? Jonah Bind. And any anniversaries, no anniversaries. And then profit share. It's going to show me my profit share for the last month. There's going to be a new version coming out with our opportunities in it. So we'll be able to monitor and maintain our opportunities through our mobile devices as well. It's very, very exciting. The next app over, this is just the home screen. At the very bottom is the contacts app. So all the contacts that we saw within within command on the desktop, it should show up in here. I don't know why. Oh, because it's on Smart Views. Where's my all contacts? There we go. So here are all of my contacts. Let's go through here. I can see them. If I wanted to add somebody new from my phone directly, because maybe I just met them someplace and I want to add them into command, I'm going to go to the very top and it says add new in the right-hand corner. I'll click that. It's going to be the same information from our desktop version, so I don't have to wait. I can just do it right here in my phone while I'm talking to them actually. And I can say, oh, I'm going to put in my information here. And then I'm going to click save at the top. And let's say I've now added them in. I can click on them. I'll be able to click on them and I can click the 3 dots right underneath their name. And I can save them into my phone directly and I can share my KW app link. So I don't even have to go looking for the link. I can just click this button and it's going to ask me, how do I want to send it? I'm going to say my mobile device and then send it to them. So I don't even have to worry about it. It's nice. So I can either share it to my phone, can keep it in command, or I can share my KW app link. I love that. The next app over on the bottom is tasks. So once again, we see all my tasks that I have to follow through with. Once I have completed one, I'll click it, say complete task. Oh, that's because it's already done. We'll say Joe Smith has been done. No answer. Save. Oh. Again, I'll hit save. And that has been updated. The next one over is just your profile and command training. And the last one is your log out or log in. The third app, which you don't need to download, is Kelly. It's the blue app. It's old. There's only one thing she can do very well, and I call it a party trick. It's called the Kelly Snap. And what it is, you open it up and you say, Kelly Snap of, and then a zip code or a neighborhood, and it's going to give you the current average price on everything, price per square foot. It's the market data that when someone says, like, maybe you're at a party, they say, hey, what's the market like right now? And it's like, oh, for where? And you're like, you know what? Let me go to the bathroom real quickly. I'll be right back. Pull it up and come back. Well, this is going on in the market. That's why I call it a party trick, because that's where I can only see it happening. But it is kind of cool. It's fun to watch and be like, you know what? Let me grab some information real quickly. And then within seconds, so this is happening. Then you sound very impressive. So I'm going to stop sharing this. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. So that was Tech 101. Tech 102 is going to be similar, except for the in-depth explanation of how to upload your documents and get paid within command. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to answer. Angela, are you coming in so I can install printers onto your laptop and things like that?
Sorry, I lost you guys for a few minutes because of the storm.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. I was just asking if you were going to come in so I can install laptops today.
Oh,
or sorry.
No, I didn't. I don't need the printer set up.
Okay.
So I have that here at home. So.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, this is the orientation. So you and Dewey and oh my gosh, I know your name, Dunn. Lynn. You and Lynn, all of us are new agents here. Well, I'm not new, but the three of you guys are brand new. We just had tech orientation. If you have any questions, now we can go into one-on-ones and things like that. I would like you guys to come to my classes that are coming up on Tuesdays on the 12th, 19th, and 26th. You can also come to Tech 102 if you feel like you need another overview. But on the 12th, we have automate your to-do list for every listing. On the 19th, it's faster and easier leads with Facebook. And then on the 26th, it's command in your hand, the KW Command app. Those are all at 1 p.m. from 1 to 2.
That's great.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, if you have any other questions, please let me know. My email is blakewhitbold@kw.com, BLAKEWITTBOLD@kw.com. And if you have any questions, let me know.
No problem. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure, everybody. I will see you all later.
Thanks, Blake.
Bye.
All right. Bye.